Hello and welcome to the match reaction. Finished Leeds United 4, Fulham 3 in a ridiculous game of football. Normally I run through the game's events, but because there's so much happened, so many incidents, everyone probably watched, everyone probably knows what happened. So I'm just going to touch on a few points, basically. Defensively, again, questionable. Their first goal comes from the ball from the corner, and if you don't pick up the man at the far post, Helder Costa's got all the time in the world to smash that in. And to be fair, it's a good finish, but at the same time, that doesn't happen if you've got a man on the back post marking and it just goes over everyone's head, and you know the rest. And the Bryan penalty, I think it was a penalty. Anthony Taylor gave it as soon as the penalty. As soon as he went down, no need to go to VAR for that, although it was checked, of course. Penalty from Mitrovic was suspect. It was like the one he scored basically against Leeds at home last season, but this bit more conviction. Went under the keeper. And then Bryan, no need to push Bamford there. If Bamford gets his header away, there's the likelihood of that going in is not minimal, but there's more chance that he misses. Well, I don't know, but just let him go. Just let him have the header. Don't push him in the back. It's schoolboy defending. Penalty to Leeds. Tucks it away beautifully, 2-1. And then 3-1. Hector getting way too caught up. I said I wasn't going to run through the game, but I am. Hector getting caught way too far up the pitch. And then the ball played in between Tete and Adoy, I think. And it's a good finish from Bamford, fair enough. And then the 4-1, again, it was almost like the goal they scored against us last season, where there was so much space in the box for this time for Helder Costa, who made it 4-1, and then suddenly Fulham come back with a revival, great ball into Bobby Decordova-Reid, good finish, and then the header from Mitrovic, 4-3. Look, I think Anguissa, we have to talk about him. He was, for Fulham, the best player on the pitch. I don't know about Leeds. I think Leeds played well, and probably maybe just about deserve the victory based on the work rate and the way they play and the way they pressed up until the end. Anguissa, for me, was superb. I don't know whether he's trying to play for a move. Hopefully not. He's got that relationship with Parker that's great. But what a game. I don't really know the emotion to take away from this. Disappointed we conceded 4. The way we conceded the goals were poor. But to score 3 goals away from home and not get a result is a bit gutting. But we scored the 2 goals because we were looking for a reaction. In the first half, when we get the ball in the half turn, Josh Onuma, Zambo Anguissa and Harrison Reed, too slow, no risky pass to play into the final third, where Mitrovic is very good at holding up the ball. Cavallero was so wasteful in that first half, was a shadow of the player of last season, even though he wasn't that impressive last season. Was really surprised that Kamara got pulled off instead of Cavallero, but Cavallero did improve in the second half. Lamina, when he came on, was okay. He got caught out once, and they almost broke and scored. Who else came on? Bobby Decordova-Reid came on and scored. And I'm trying to think of the other player now. Cabano came on and he did okay, I suppose. He got sent off there last season, of course. 4-3, what a game. I don't know. It's obvious. We need 2 centre-backs. I mean, Hector's great last season. He comes in, sorts all the defensive problems last season. But can he cut it in the Premier League? I don't know. I'm not sure. And we haven't really splashed the cash this summer. We're trying to learn from mistakes. We talked about it for ages last season. Sorry, earlier this summer. But it's worth putting up, spending 25 million, 30 million on 2 or maybe 1 centre-back to bring in. I know we've been linked with a few, Dawson, Tar, a few names, but I know I've rambled on. But there's a lot to talk about in this game, and I think that I'm worried going forward because if we play like that, Adoy, always marauding forward, albeit, he didn't give the ball away too many times in that sort of situation. Reed was okay, but I thought he was a little bit isolated when in front of the defence. I thought if Leeds overturn the ball quickly, they can really pounce on us, and fortunately that didn't really happen too often. We didn't bring on Kearney. I think the Kearney's creativity, take off Onuma and bring on Kearney, that creativity in the 10 to actually drive us forward. Onuma would often drive forward, but nothing really would come off it. He'd turn and look for the pass. And even Cavallero in the first half gets the ball outside the box, chance to shoot on his stronger foot, and he opts to just turn and play the pass wide. Just go for goal. there's no real issues there. Leeds were fine. I said they probably deserved the win. Congratulations to them. They're up to 3 points. We're still on 0. There's not much more to say. I just think that we need to, get off the mark against Villa, and obviously we've got the game against Sheffield Wednesday in the week. But what to take away from this game? Mitrovic scoring goals in the Prem, happy days. And Zambo Anguissa, we have to keep him at all costs because I think everyone will agree he was our best player. Tete, he was good. Great cross for the goal for Mitrovic. He got caught out, got a yellow card late on in the game, got caught out for this third goal. To concede 4 goals and 3 last week was disappointing. I think it's been my longest ever match reaction. There's just so much to talk about. I apologise for that, but I'll wrap it up there because that's pretty much everything I wanted to say. Josh Onamar was disappointing. Cavallero was disappointing, but there's promising spells in that game which we'll take away. But to concede 4, we need to sharpen up defensively. Fulham have lost by 4 goals to 3 to Leeds United. Was it their first game back in the Premier League in 16 years? Yeah, apparently it was. Didn't get mentioned a lot. I'm not trying to be bitter towards Leeds. I think their system will work this season, probably keep them in the division and the way they play. I mean, they've been involved with some crazy games. Let's finish up. We'll see you on Wednesday for Sheffield Wednesday, and come on Fulham. We've got to pick up some points sooner rather than later. Come on, Fulham.